Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the top 15 reasons you should book a Disney cruise right after this. Hey everyone, Johnny from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Disney Cruise Line. If you haven't been on a Disney cruise yet, it is a much different cruising experience than any of the other cruise lines. And today we're going to tell you 15 reasons why maybe you should consider Disney for your next cruise. So let's get right into it. Number one, you just love all things Disney. You go to Disney World, you've been to Disneyland, you've gone all over the world to see all the different Disney things. You're going to see a good culmination of all these things on a Disney cruise ship. There are currently 5 Disney cruise ships, and a 6th one is coming this year, Disney Treasure, which will be out very shortly. They also have another island that they're building, which we'll talk about shortly. So number 2, Castaway Cay, or Key if you prefer to pronounce it the correct way. But Castaway Cay is their private island in the Bahamas. It is a beautiful island, just like most of the other islands. Again, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Key, is the gold standard from Royal Caribbean. And then there's all the other ones. So you have Ocean Cay from MSC, you have Castaway Cay here, you have Great Stirrup Cay, all of those. And these all kind of fall into that lesser category, but it is an amazing private island stop. They're also building the second one, Lighthouse Point, which will be another reason to go on a Disney cruise. Number 3, Marvel-themed Days at Sea. Now that Disney owns Marvel, they do Marvel Days at Sea, where you get to meet the Marvel characters. They do all different fun things around the ship based on Marvel for those days. That is a great reason, especially if you're an adult Disney fan and you love Marvel movies. Number 4, you could search for hidden Mickeys in all of the artwork. Go on these little scavenger hunts and try to find things for your kids and for you, so you can kind of play along and find the hidden Mickeys in all the artwork. Number 5 for me is the personal touches, just the little special things that they do for you when you get on the ship, when you are going around the ship. They do introductions when you walk on the ship, so they will introduce you and your family. It's just a really fun, inclusive experience, and I really, really love that. Number 6, you have a chance to see fireworks at sea. Who doesn't love fireworks at sea? That is pretty amazing. It's not on every single sailing, but they do have it on a good number of the sailings. All you have to do is just kind of keep an eye out. You can ask your travel agent. When you're booking anything Disney, I do really recommend using a travel agent. There's a lot of little things that you might miss. And I think this comes up a lot, and I'll stop here real quick and talk about the value of booking with a travel agent. So I do think we just talked to somebody the other day that went on their first cruise. It was a Norwegian cruise, and they had a terrible experience. They weren't able to go to any of the specialty dining restaurants. They weren't able to get into any of the shows. And they just, I think one of the things that happens is if you book a cruise on your own or with a group of people and you don't know the ins and outs of that ship or that line or just cruising in general, you might not have the best experience because you don't know that you could book certain things ahead of time, or as soon as you get on the ship, you need to get this squared away and this squared away. And I think that's really the value of using a travel agent. You're going to get all these little tips and tricks ahead of time so that you're really well prepared for all these little things that come up. And I think that happens a lot, especially with Disney, because there are so many intricacies of the Disney brand and the way that Disney does things that I think it is really, really important to use a travel agent. And not just because we're travel agents. You certainly don't have to use us. You can use anybody you want. But I do think it's really important to do that. So I highly advise and recommend that you use a travel agent. Next up, you can get free Mickey ice cream bars all around the ship. You can go find them and get them. The one other thing that I really do like is that there are more things included in your Disney cruise than on your standard cruise, like soda, for instance, is included. So just certain things to look for. They are definitely more expensive, but you do get some fun things. On some of the rooms, not all of the rooms, but some of the rooms, especially family rooms, you can get a bathtub and split toilet and sink in another room. So it does give you a little bit of room to kind of get situated, especially if you have kids. So there's a toilet and a sink in one half of the bathroom, and then there's another door with a tub and a sink. So somebody can be showering if somebody else has to use the bathroom. This is super handy, obviously, if you have kids. And all the rooms have bathtubs, which is really helpful, again, with kids. Next up, you get Disney movies in your room. You get the whole library of Disney. Also, you get movies all around the ship. They have a movie theater, and they will show Disney and Marvel films. Next, good one to book Disney is you could bring 2 bottles of wine or 6 beers at embarkation, which is pretty common. However, on Disney, you could bring 2 bottles of wine and 6 beers at every port. You just have to carry it in and you carry on luggage and you can bring it on. Next up, they do themed sailings. We already talked about the Marvel themed days at sea. Next up is Halloween on the High Seas and Very Merry Time cruises. These are awesome. They're great ways to experience your cruise so that you can have more fun experiences. So I love this. Everybody knows they do the famous Thanksgiving cruise where on Black Friday you go to sleep Thanksgiving night. You wake up on Black Friday and the entire ship is decorated, which is spectacular. Again, expensive, but super, super cool. Next up, you could do one special character breakfast on your cruise. So, which is really fun. You get to go to breakfast and have breakfast with a Disney character. Your children will surely love that. And maybe you will as well. No judgment here if you are a Disney adult. Next up is kids, teens, and even adults all have their own space. A little known thing probably is that there are a ton of adults only places on the cruise ship. Because of the amount of children, there are some spaces where you can actually get away from the kids and have adults only experiences, as well as the kids and the teens have their own spaces, which is really, really, really nice. Number 14 is that you get a ton of character experiences all over the ship. Mickey and Minnie, Goofy, all of the different characters. We talked about the Marvel characters. You'll see characters, Jack Sparrow, all over the ship. So you can have these really fun photo ops, really fun experiences for you and your family. Last but not least, you are Scrooge McDuck. You have all the money in the world and you want to spend it on Disney. Disney cruises are expensive, probably more than double what you would spend on any other cruise line. But with all the other inclusions and all the fun things, and it is the mouse. So you get that amazing Disney service, that amazing Disney experience, and you will certainly pay for it. Those are 15 reasons to consider Disney for your next cruise. Do you have any? Please let us know. Also, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. Trying to hit 4,000 subscribers this month. So please subscribe and join us on this journey. We will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great day.